I'm Betty Yu, and I am riding the SF Bay Ferry right now to San Francisco, and I'm here with our special guest, Zaza Pachulia, and I know you're very recognized by our audience, of course, former Warriors player, and tell us about your new role these days.
Yeah, good to see you again. It's a beautiful weather.
Gorgeous day.
Enjoying it, yeah, perfect time and perfect day to be on the ferry going to the game. So my role changed obviously after the first 2 years trying everything, literally from scouting to spending time with the business side and the basketball side as well, and even doing TV. There's something I never imagined growing up. I would be on TV, and probably you understand what.
Even lighting a tree.
Right. So it was a great experience to spend time with different departments and understanding the business side of it and how everything works is collectively, right? Individually and then collectively connected in dots, etc. So, but this year I'm more going to be focused relationship between business and basketball operations, and the reason why the Warriors organization grew so much in the last couple of years, obviously literally we double with our employees, and Chase Center is a huge factor of this. And when a company grows like that, one of the biggest fears and challenges is to lose the communication. And in any successful organization, communication is the key. And it's never enough to communicate. And for that reason, because of we know what my main product is, and it's obviously the basketball team, and having the experience of the locker room, and what guys like, and what they enjoy to see, us as an organization do it. But at the same time, understanding how important it is the business side of the basketball, right? Especially we're living in the Bay Area, and we have a really good amount of the fan base, and not only here in the Bay Area, but worldwide. Spending time with the marketing team, the CP team, and just being a bridge between business and the basketball department and business department. So it's a pretty big responsibility. I'm enjoying it. I'm having fun with it, and spending time with all the departments again, and trying to bring the presence. It's a pretty cool thing.
And we're seeing Dub Nation right here on the ferry with us, and this of course is a really fun and scenic way to get to the game. I want to talk about this year's team because you know what it's like to be on a championship team. What are you seeing in the current season that you recognize from those years when you were on the team?
Yeah, a lot of excitement on the court, and amazing chemistry on the court and off the court, and I think a really good mix of guys. And we have veteran players, we have some superstars, we have good young, promising players, and they're actually getting opportunity here and there, and they're contributing and playing really well. Clay's back, so one of the highlights of the season so far, and hopefully we're going to get James, and that way we have a whole team. It's a fun season so far. Obviously we started really well. Top teams and one of the top teams in the NBA. And we're excited for the season. Obviously this is only middle, and we're about to hit the All-Star break pretty soon. And hopefully with the break we're gonna refresh our mind and kind of recharge a little bit the batteries, and prepare for end of the season and obviously for the playoffs. So, like I say, it's the way team is playing on the court, it's so fun to watch. Obviously Steph Curry is amazing. With putting everyone in a situation where they feel most comfortable, and where we move the ball, where we play the defense. Obviously, Steve and all the coaching staff was huge on leading defense and kind of telling and teaching the players that defense wins the championship. And so I think it's a really well balanced team we have, and it's so fun to watch.
I think it sounds like you're saying if we don't win the championship this year, that would be very unusual, right?
Well,
is it too early to predict?
Yeah, I mean, it's like I say, we started so well, and obviously we knew the Clay was going to come back, and everybody was curious how this team gonna turn to, right? And we still don't know because we still have not seen the best version of play because it's been only a couple of games since he got back. And it's very important for our whole team to blend and to really get on the same page. And it's a work in progress. Good thing is we have a good enough amount of games left where we're gonna have enough repetitions, on the practice court or even in the games where this progress of our basketball game to continue, right? To play and the guys really to get on the same page as much as possible. So we excited to see where we're gonna be next month. We excited to see where we're gonna be by end of the regular season, right? But I think things are looking good. Things are looking good, and this can be very, very special year for Dub Nation.
And you can feel it when you're in that arena when Clay Day, for example, it was already loud, but it was even louder than you could possibly imagine.
Right.
And as you said, that's when Clay is not even playing at his peak, I think, because he's still figuring things out, and he played remarkably, of course, since then. I want to talk about the way we're getting to the stadium. This is my first time. Is this your first time? What do you think so far? We haven't gone too far yet, but we're on our way.
Yeah, we're on our way. You know what? Well, this is first time in going to the game with ferry, but I've been on a ferry multiple times. And I'll tell you that where everything started when I was a teenager. I was playing in Istanbul. I was playing basketball there. So in Istanbul, obviously, it reminds me a smaller version of Istanbul here in Bay, because we have multiple bridges in Istanbul as well, and it's a huge city. I used to move around by ferry quite a lot.
Really?
Yes, and back then as a teenager, I didn't necessarily drive a car, and traffic was one of the worst things you probably can experience in Istanbul. It was a beautiful city with a lot of culture and a lot of history. And I used to move around by ferry, and so I'm used to it. And this is fun, especially when you have a nice weather. It's so convenient, and you have a lot of spaces, and you can sit inside out, and you can enjoy the view, right? You can look around or be on your computer, laptop, whatever it is, and so so many things can be done. And most importantly, get to the point. Wherever you get to your destination, as efficiently as possible, and not to worry about the traffic. That's something bothers. I know it bothers a lot of people.
Yeah, and I didn't realize that in Istanbul, this is more of a regular mode of transportation, normalized. This is more of a novelty here in the Bay Area. I don't know if I can think of any folks I know who've gone to games on a ferry, but I just met a couple over there who said that they've taken.
Yeah, we saw some people with the shirts and caps of Dub Nation, but if you don't try, like I always tell to my kids, if you don't ask, the answer is always no.
Yeah.
So if you don't try, you're not gonna know it, right? So it's pretty convenient, and like I say, it's fine, especially when you have a beautiful weather. God,
for sure.
Nothing better than sitting outside and just enjoying the view, and at the same time being excited to get to the Chase Center.
What is it you miss most about being on the court? As somebody who can watch all the excitement now.
Yeah, I had so many moments, Betty, that I wish I was still playing, but at the same time understanding reality is I wish I could play basketball all my life, but it's just impossible, right? So there are a lot of moments, but I miss that the teamwork, the locker room experience, the plane rides, and playing card games with my guys, and going to battles, with my guys, and I miss those moments when you are down and you try to win a game and you kind of put it in the next gear, and just those couple defensive, offensive moments where you turn the game around and you just high fives, and all the experience that comes with it, with the team sport basically. It was so much fun, and but you know what? I'm grateful that I was doing this for a long period of time, 16 years, more than 1,000 games. So I'm very grateful, and I'm even more grateful that I'm still around these guys. And maybe I can't help them, on the court, but I'm still around. I see them, before the games and after the games. So we getting opportunity to talk about a lot of things, and it's fun.
Can you still crash the locker room after the game?
After the game, yeah. I mean, obviously we had to be careful with the regulations, and
Sure.
it's been crazy 2 years, with the COVID. But you want to protect the players as much as possible. But we're still getting the chance. Even I got the chance to play with Clay when he was preparing for his comeback, and
What was that like?
oh, it was actually. It was pretty emotional because while we were trying to figure out the teams, and it was his idea, he wanted me to be on his team, and I knew why, and it was a great compliment. So it was a pretty emotional, special moment, and even though I got tired pretty pretty fast, it was still fun to go up and down and play with him, and see him. I mean, helping my one of my buddies and good friends to get in shape, and plus I was enjoying the moment as well.
It's a brotherhood for life.
Right,
it
absolutely.
Sounds like.
Yeah, I always say that this is so true. Every day I wake up and I keep reminding myself that one of the reasons why I love this game and I'm thankful to this game, it gave me so many. It gave me so much opportunity to meet amazing people and then become friends with these people, right? And friendship is forever, right? I know friendship is the rest of your life, and building the memories and exciting memories and experiences together. So that's why one of the reasons why I'm thankful to this game.
And we have seen Steph Curry this season just break his own records time and time again. What are you seeing from Steph this season that's really stunned you?
Yeah, I mean, it's. I think we are so lucky to watch Steph, from game to game, doing amazing things, right? I mean, we're so lucky to have him for such a long amount of time, and he's giving us all these memories, and it's just great to experience all this, and be super proud of him because I know how much work he puts. Even though we all know who Steph Curry is, he doesn't slow down. Seeing him this year, it's 10 plus years for him already, and seeing him, he's still getting better. One of the things probably he thought that he needed was to get stronger, and seeing him, he's so much stronger, and that always seemed to finish. He was a great finisher. He's always been a great finisher, but right now he doesn't shy from the contact, going inside, finishing around against the big guys or bigger guys, I would say. So that's why Steph Curry is amazing. I mean, yes, we know that he's the best shooter in the world, but at the same time, him continuing to be better every single year, and just wowing all of us, like it's so cool, like, and that's what makes him so special.
And we have to keep him injury-free for the rest of the season, as well as the other guys. Anything else you want to add about insights and outlook for the rest of this year?
Yeah, let's what we can say. It's been pretty tough, as I mentioned. It's been a tough year for our country and just the world and people. And we have to stay positive. We have to stay positive and support each other as much as possible. And for the person that comes from the team world, right? So I always play team sports. I'm a huge believer of having each other's back and supporting each other, and in the good times and bad times. So just it's beautiful to see people out here and still trying to work, still trying to pursue the goals and missions they have, and not giving up, right? So just this is one of the first things, like conversation-wise, I'm trying to have, and to uplift each other, right? And to say, what, tough times never last, and you just have to be motivated and keep going forward as much as possible. So I don't know. This always bothers me, and seeing people going through tough times, and feels like this pandemic kind of doesn't last, but it will last at some point, and hopefully we're gonna get to the new normal.
I hope so too. Thank you for all the work you're doing along the way.
Thank you. Thankful, and also another thing is, like, this is such a cool experience just to see, like, Dub Nation and the fans out here They're surprised what I'm doing here, but
in the best way, that
yeah,
kind of
in a good way,
surprise.
absolutely.
Yeah.
But one of the things as an athlete, you always lack of like the relationship with the fans, and you play a certain way on the court, but off the court, it's totally different. You're just the same kind of person as everybody else.
Yeah.
So,
On a ferry together.
Exactly. It's cool to connect with the people, with the fans, and with you, obviously. The life is beautiful.
Thank you so much, Zaza.
Good talking to you.